how to retain your agency clients. What's up, everybody? My name is Jordan, and today we're going to be talking about client retention. So I see, a lot of videos talking about, getting new clients, and that is really important. Lead generation for your own company and bringing on new clients is, what keeps your business alive. But I see not a lot of people talk about client retention, and that is probably as as important, if not more important, than onboarding new clients. And that's because when you it's hard enough to onboard a new client, get a new client to sign on, right? And it's so easy for us to be so excited once we sign on that new client, because I've been there before. Sign on a new client, and then all of a sudden we're not able to deliver results, and a month later, or not long into the contract, and your client wants out and they don't want to work with you no more. And for myself, in my opinion, that could be pretty crushing, because I've done that before. Like, when I first signed my client or two, I was so excited, you know oh, hey, I got a new client, and a month later, 2 months later, they're like, hey, we're not seeing results, whatever, and we lose that client. So today's topic is going to be client retention. And I wanted to talk about conversion rates. If you are running Google ads or Facebook ads and things like that, you need to know what your benchmarks in your industry is as far as conversion rates. So I've gone ahead and I've screenshotted some conversion rates here. Let's start with Facebook ads, because I know a lot of you guys run Facebook ads. So let's just go through the average conversion rate on Facebook, and this is the benchmarks per industry. So for apparel, you can see 4%, industrial services about 6%, 2%, technology. Let's see, what are some popular ones here? Healthcare, I know maybe some of you guys do chiropractors and stuff like that, so that is at 11%. Home improvement, education, you have here at about 14%. Legal, that's the space I'm in, and as you could see, it's probably one of the lower conversion rate on Facebook, just because it's a really competitive niche to be in. And if you are in the working with attorneys and things like that, then you guys do know that it is a competitive niche, and that's sitting at about a 5% conversion rate. That means for every 100 clicks or whatever onto your ad, you're only getting 5 leads. And 100 clicks, that's a lot of clicks, I'll tell you that. Real estate, we have here at about 11%. Retail, fitness is at the highest here is 15%. And so you can just go through that and look at this out. I got it from wordstream.com, but I'll go ahead, I'll add this benchmark screenshot in the private Facebook group. So if you haven't joined the private Facebook group, the link will be in the description. You can download a bunch of free resources for your agency and things like that. And then here is the industry benchmarks for Google ads. And as you can see here, it is probably, I think, maybe as it doesn't do as well as Facebook as far as conversion rate. But in my opinion, I believe that the quality from Google ads is a lot higher than Facebook ads, just because Facebook ads is a form of disrupt marketing, where you are trying to, stop someone from doing what they're already doing and distract them with our ad. Whereas Google, we're getting search intent. Users are on Google searching with the intention of looking for that service or product, right? So that's why the quality is going to be a little bit higher. But as you can see here, let's see, I'm just going to go through it here. E-commerce, we're sitting at 3%, and I'm sure that's because it's pretty competitive for e-commerce. Let's see here, finance, health, and medical, we have here at about 3%. Industrial services, also sitting at about 3%. Legal, surprisingly, legal is actually pretty good here, at average of 7%. But also you got to take into consideration that in the legal niche, the cost per click is a lot higher than all these other niches. And I'm positive of it, because I am in that niche. I know how much on average I'm paying per click. So I mean, I see anything from 50 to 90 to even $100 per click, right? And that's because that click could potentially lead to a new client. And so a new client is, it could be worth a whole lot if they do decide to come on as a new paying client. Attorneys, they make anywhere from $1,500 on a minimal case all the way up to $40,000 depending on the case, or even more, a little bit less, whatever. But as you can see here, the conversion rate is 7%. Taking these conversion rate into consideration, and let's say you are running ads for your client, where is your conversion rate at? And if it is just at average, then you are missing out on a whole lot of money, and you definitely need to improve or optimize your campaign, because at 7% or even at these average conversion rates, is your client is not going to be seeing a big return on investment, especially if they're not good at closing the internet leads. So that's something to take into consideration as well. You could generate leads for your client, and they just suck at converting those internet leads into clients, and then that way they're not making any money to pay you, and that's another reason why they might not stay on for long. So I recently put together a Google ad report, because that is what I do. I run Google ads for my clients. So this ad report was created to give to my client for them to review their monthly ad report, but I want to share with you guys too, so that way you guys could see just how my campaigns are doing for my clients, and then you can compare that to the conversion rate benchmark within the industry. So this is he's an attorney, so it's in the legal niche. So this is within the last 30 days, September 29th to October 29th. Here are our campaign stats. So for this specific attorney, the average cost per click was a lot less. So total clicks, we got a total of 117 clicks. Average cost per click is $14.60. I was able to really decrease the average cost per click by just bidding on the right keywords. There's going to be keywords where they're more expensive, and there's going to be keywords they're still lucrative. They can make you a lot of leads, and they're also going to cost a lot less. So you just kind of got to test to see which keywords is working best for you. Total unique leads for that month, we got him a total of 41 new leads. So that is, that's a lot, guys. So 41 unique leads. Let's just say he has a terrible closing rate of 20% or even 10%. Let's say 10% is terrible, right? 10%, 41, let's just say that's 4 new clients. 4 new clients, he charges anywhere from, I think his average case value is $1,500. So 4 times 1,500. Let's just say he made $6,000 off this campaign from a terrible 10% closing rate, right, guys? It should be more, but I'm just going to go with the worst stats of 10%, 4 new clients, and that's $6,000 in revenue for his business off of this campaign. Total ad spend, we spent a total of $1,708.25. So already he is in the profit. He would have made an extra $5,000, about $4,700 if we want to be more accurate. $4,700 from this campaign, and now that is based off a 10% closing rate. So keep that in mind. Closing rate, if he's really good, he could be at 40%, 50%. Average is probably anywhere from 15 to 30%. And then if they are, just new to business, they don't really know how to close new leads, then they could be at 10 to 12%. 15% is generally pretty low. $1,700 for the month in ad spend for this Google campaign. Cost per lead was about $42. So for every $42, he got 1 new lead. And our conversion rate with this campaign was 35%. So, 35% of our clicks turned into leads. And a lead is considered as when they either submit their information for my client to follow up with them, or they call into the office and schedule some type of consultation. And so here is their goals. I like to leave this here. So let's say they're like, hey, Jordan, or whoever, you're running your ad campaign for. Let's say they're like, hey, Jordan, I want to see more leads. I want to scale my business. I want to see more leads come in. And so this is a simple math. This is their cost per lead, $42. Multiply that by how many leads they actually want, and that will equal their total marketing budget that they need to allocate for their Google ad campaign. If you guys want the Google ad report sample template, I guess, I'll leave that in the private Facebook group as well for you guys to download if you guys want to use this and do and crunch in some numbers to send out to your clients so that way they could see the campaign stats and things like that. I think it's pretty cool and it keeps them up to date. I'm pretty sure they'll appreciate that. So that is pretty much the conversion rate, guys. Client retention is, like I said, client retention is so important because it's, like I said, it's hard to bring on a new client. And so when we do bring on a new client, we want to make sure that we're able to deliver the service and make sure that they want to stay with us, because that's most important, right? If we get to retain them as a new client, number one, they're going to pay us monthly for our services, and number two, we're doing a good job, so they're more likely to refer their buddies. They know people within that space, and they'll definitely refer those new clients over to your business. So hopefully this video was helpful. Give it a big thumbs up if you thought these conversion rates, benchmark, and my ad report was helpful. Subscribe if you guys want to see more, and I'll leave everything in the description below. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.